It's Wednesday, November the 20th. Well, interesting day on Wall Street. A very good close for the market. I really like what I'm seeing from a lot of stocks. Take a look at a few of the hot ones. Actually, a couple dozen of them. Well, as you know, AAOI has been not only swing, but one of our favorite day trading stocks. And this one today was spectacular. Take a look at the pop a week ago, and it's more like 7-day flag pattern that develops. And today it spiked from 29 to 35, closed 34.57, up 6, 21% gain. Volume was 7 million plus, one of the bigger volumes of the year. I don't know how much it's got because it's already had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flag pop. But this may very well spike if the market does into the low 40s. AGFY has been phenomenal now for 2 weeks as it goes from 4, believe it or not, to almost 39. And you can see in, let's just say that 7 days in a row the stock has been up, and 8 days in a row. 8 days ago it was a low of 429, and today a high of 38.82. Pretty amazing stuff. But be very cognizant of the fact that this is extremely overbought, has momentum, might reach 45 or 50, but you got to be really careful. Make sure you're stopping along the way below the low of the prior day. BE, Bloom Energy, like it definitely looks like it's poised to pop. I put a swing on it. It's looking that good. Low was 22.80, high was 25.12, closed 24.75, up $1, 4.2%. Volume was 15 million, pretty decent volume. OBV's rising. I got a feeling it explodes out of here and gets into the high 20s, low 30s. Boyle is popping, so is UNG, but I'm going to show you Boyle today. I like the way it popped resistance here and then popped through not only the last important high, but the declining top line and the 50-day moving average all in one fell swoop today on a volume of 5.3 million. It jumped 546 or 12.5%. This one looks like a stock that could run into the low 50s. BTCT, well, Bitcoin now making a run at 95,000. Pretty amazing stuff. You can see that recently, after a 3-day spike and a pullback, it popped again today. Is this the beginning of another big move? We're going to find out, but the target is 40 now. 40. CHWY, major breakout today, above a couple of double tops, and you can see that the extension target right now has to be in the 40-42 zone. This is a guy's great momentum too. FBRX, monster of the midway today, literally exploded from under 6 to almost 19, tripling in one day, ending up 120%, up 707, trading 31.5 million shares and closing right at off the top where there's resistance. Keep an eye on this one though. Flex, one of our tech trader swings. When it broke out here, we put a swing on it. It works its way higher, pulled back, and today popped 247 to 39.80 after reaching 40.48, up 6.6%. The volume was strong, 14.7 million. My target's 42 now. KC, the Kingsoft Cloud, breaking out of a big base, exploded and pulled back dramatically yesterday, only to turn right around, or 2 days ago, only to turn right around today and spike up 192. That's 42% gain, and it did it on a big volume for this stock of 12.6 million. My follow-through target is 7.5 area. LMND, coming out of a beautiful base, taking a couple years to develop, has exploded and has been stair-stepping up dramatically from under 18 to over 48 today, finishing 46.89, up 675 or 17%. Beautiful chart, but it's extended and at my target. Next possibility, you might see high 50s. LTBR may be coming out of a falling wedge. We'll keep a close tab on it. I like the way it's looking and setting up. If it does pop, my target's 9 and 10.5. MSTX, the monster of the midway as well. It's been phenomenal. In about 2 weeks, it's gone from 43.5, tripled to 191 at the high today. The last 4 days alone, it's gone from under 80, more 110 points to 191. Pretty amazing stuff. It's coming to a head, I think. Be careful. PRCH with a pop wedge, and today it popped again. Now looking for 4.25 and 5.5. QFIN popped after holding support and the moving average. After dipping down for 1 day, it reversed right up for 4 days in a row. Now it's up from 29 to 35 and move through here, we could see 39.40. QUBT coming out of a long base, spiked up and pulled back for 3 days. Volume got quiet, and then today, boom, right back up again. OBV making new highs ahead of price, very promising. Look for a test of 5 and then maybe 6. Red Cat popped today and spiked up on volume, trading 20.5 million shares and jumping 45%. It is at long-term overhead resistance at a double top from back in here. Should it extend, there's a possibility we might see 8 or even 9. SMLR breaking out of base a couple days ago and then backed off to test that gap, held it, and spiked up today, big time. 45.35 to 67, finishing at 66.90, up 20.5. What a day for that stock. Spectacular. A little bit extended, but there might be a room for a little bit of improvement. Most of these stocks, folks, are due for some consolidation pullback, but they are breaking out. Take a look at a spike on snow after hours on earnings. The stock went vertical from 123-ish to 155 and change, trading at 154.70 right near the highs, up 24 after hours. Pretty powerful looking chart. Keep an eye on this one tomorrow. There may be some follow through, and if so, we might get this one up to 168, another 14 points. Beyond that, there's the gap at 200. SPAI out of nowhere spiked up, went from 218 to 361, finished 345, up 115. That's exactly 50%, and a mere 48.6 million shares, unheard of for that stock. Next target, 405.10, 475.85. SRTS extending its run after the breakout last week, has moved from under 7 to $9, over 9 today. My target was 10. I think we get there. TNKO in a beautiful rising channel, spiked $1.59 at 25% today on 763,000. That's thin, but on top of the channel target right now, follow through would be about 9.25, and then maybe 10.75. Wix with a big spiking day today, jumped 25 points or 14%, 2.7 million traded, almost 2.8. But you can see the breakout of the base, the pop, the retest, and then explosive move. Where can this go? Well, just angling it this way across the highs, there's still room for improvement to 245. And finally, XCUR exploding for 2 days now, actually 3 days as it popped out here. It's gone vertical since then, from 2.75 only to 1480, just in about 3 days. You think it's extended? I do it indeed. It's going to need some consolidation in here, but fabulous charts, folks. This is HB signing off. Have a great evening, and I'll see you tomorrow.